the secondary sector, I think secondary shopping centres, where particular centres have seen an awful lot of underinvestment during the tough times through 08, 09, 10, where some investors can't invest the capital because of various constraints, and where the fundamentals are correct, your catchment population and your KPIs are in place. That is where I see value, and I think especially when you're in an up cycle, for every euro invested, you're almost getting €2 back. And I think to move a lot of these centres onto the next level, they do require that capital expenditure. And whilst the rental growth might be slow initially, I think if you are investing in those centres, improving those centres, making them the go-to place for the local catchment, you will end up prospering. And it's across Germany, Poland. I think as long as you're seeing that level of investment go in, you've got a good chance of stabilising where your yield is and improving your footfall and your turnovers.
From a retail point of view, I think the main thing that you have to look to is the demographics, and the purchase power on retail, and whether you're comfortable with the tax system or the reliability of politics is a totally different question. But if you do your homework right on the retail asset, on the fundamentals, if you're investing in a right demographic area, where there's not too much competition, then you've done the main thing right, and this is where you should put your attention to in the first place.
So that's the main starting point, is where you see good demographics, good fundamentals, and that's is that your view as well?
Absolutely. I mean, of course, it depends a lot on about what kind of investor you talk with. Let's say it's an investor from outside of Europe. There's talks about US capital, Asian capital, etc. I think first of all, for the investors to be aware that actually Europe is not a single market, but it's a mosaic of markets in many respects: culture, planning, legislation, tax, whatever. But I fully agree with what has been said before. It's all about the project fundamentals and about the local catchment area. So to think from bottom up.